So I'm really glad that you mentioned that. A lot of times drawing back can be a painful position for an archer, especially as we get that shoulder up into an abducted position. And if there's any internal rotation that can occur, that closes down the space where one of the muscles of the rotator cuff, the supraspinatus, goes through. If there's any inflammation or pre-existing irritation in there, it can just make it more of an irritable position. So what we like to do when looking at drawing the bow is making sure that as we draw, we come down with it and really retract those shoulder blades, bringing those shoulder blades together. And this is done by focusing on the middle trap, the rhomboids, the rear delt, to really help bring the bow apart. So think about pushing and pulling the bow away from each other instead of really trying to force the bow back. So what that looks like, especially in a recurve, is typically starting up a little higher, coming back, and coming down into your shot. Again, that looks the same with a compound. What we don't want to see is whenever you draw back, is staying drawn up, because then that's a sky draw as you stay up here and then coming down. And typically that means that somebody's overbowed, the poundage is too much, or they need to bring in some strength. So again, I can show you with a compound bow what that looks like. So again, with a compound bow, whenever we draw, we want to think about pushing and pulling the bow away from us. So as we draw, I like to think about starting up high. And again, this is not a sky draw, because as I come down, I'm at full draw right here. Versus with a sky draw, I pull back. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to risk it. You pull back and you keep the bow pointed up. So I hope that clears up any questions that you might have about why that looks so painful, and ways to kind of help prevent it.